Good evening, everybody. My name's Lainey Baine Medium, and hopefully we'll have lots of people this evening, and hopefully I'll be giving lots of readings. So as soon as I start seeing names and people joining us, I'll be choosing and drawn to a name, and I'll be giving you a reading, hopefully. So, um, here we go. Okay, so as I say, my name's Lainey Baine Medium. I'm based in Essex, in England, in the UK. You can find me on Facebook as Lainey Baine Medium. That's Lainey, and then the next word is Baine. Next word, medium. So you can first find me on there. And but you can DM me if you want to, because basically I'm not on Facebook that often. So as soon as I'm on there, I keep an eye out for it. But you can always message me. Yeah, and I love doing this kind of work, working with spirit. I've been working with it all afternoon, them all afternoon, doing private readings. I just love that energy that they provide. I love bringing upliftment and laughter and hopefully evidential evidence and of our loved ones in the spirit world. I feel very passionate about what I do, working with spirit, platform work, and that as well. And I just want to share that connection that I'm very grateful to have with spirit, and share that with those that are here on the earth plane that miss their loved ones so terribly much, or just want to ask questions. Bring through pets as well, and guides. So everybody's different. Everybody has their own ideas and expectations, and this is all my interpretation. And I sometimes get it wrong, but hopefully the majority of the time I don't. Yeah, and I ask you to always think outside that big box, because it's my interpretation. So it's what spirit bring into me. So I sense it, feel it, hear it. Sometimes taste it as well and smell it. It's very weird. I think my brain's just really weird anyway. So there you go. Yeah. So have we got any names yet, Richard? Please. Wonderful. Um, okay, because there you go. Julie Hewitt. Hello, Julie Hewitt. Good evening to you. Cheryl Bedanayak. That's a great surname, by the way, Cheryl. Like that. Good evening, Lainey. Oh, thank you. On a picture as well. Stace Shaw. I know that one somewhere. Good evening, Stace. Oh, thank you. Oh, Trudy Panko, hello. First time watching you, hand pink waving. I'm doing a white hand pink. There you go. All right. So good evening. Jill Reynolds, hello from Birmingham. Right, love. That's about my only Birmingham accent. Kerry Thorley, good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. And I hope you are too. Great picture, by the way. Evening, Lane. Ah, hi, Stacey Fernan. Hope you're well as well, my lovely. This is lovely. Limo di Pimo. Great. Hi, dearies. And hi to you. Oh, sparkles. You've got to have enough sparkles in your life. Amy Sue. Hello, my lovely. Lovely picture too. Good evening, Christine Davies. Hi, Christine. Hope you're keeping well. And Cheryl Ann Gladwin from Derbyshire. And I love the canal boat. That's fabulous. I've never been on one of them. Stacey with an eye. Hand pink waving. Oh, lots of hand pink wavings. There you go. I love your puss cat on there, Stacey. Gorgeous. Debbie Remet. Hello, Debbie. Hiya, gorgeous lady. Yeah, you're over there in the States. I know that. I hope you're keeping well. Jojo. Hello, Jojo. Oh, I love that photo. Gorgeous smiles there. Sheena Duncanson, a pair of trainers back to front. There we go. Hope you're well. Hope you are too, my lovely Sheena. Ashley, kiss, kiss. Hi, everybody. Hi, Lainey. Oh, and I like your picture too. Love the hairdo. That's nice. Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer, also known as Bald Eagle Angler. Hey, fishy person. Good evening. Hi, Jennifer. Hope you're well. Pink Mayhem. Ah, so you can't beat a bit of pink, I say, Pink Mayhem. So hi to you. Your hair looks lovely too. Ah, but we say I'm sure it looks lovely too, Richard. Oh dear, I love it. So Yeah, absolutely. So what I didn't do was write down names. Bernadette Connolly, hi for another one from Birmingham. So, well, hey, yeah, yeah, Bernadette. Right. Okay, then. Thank you. And Simon Butte, good evening, or goofy evening. Definitely goofy. Great picture, by the way. That could be a bit of a selfie going on there, Simon Butte. Sharon Gordon. Ah, see, things not said. So, yeah, okay. Kathy Littlewood, hi. Hello from Florida. I think we've been nicking some of your sunshine today, Kathy. So there you go. South Africa, Nolene de Free. Oh, oh, look at that. I love that red. That's a proper empowerment colour, isn't it? I like that. You look lovely. Okay. Roycin, I hopefully I've said that. Hebron from Derry. Ah, I was talking to somebody from Derry earlier on. And Cork. There you go. Debbie Saltcorn. Hon. Hello from Sap. You're down the road from me. We're almost neighbours, Debbie. Hi there. Lovely picture, by the way. Okay. And Carol Orsulik from New Zealand. Hello. Been watching Lego Masters New Zealand. Fantastic. Just watched episode 2. Got to watch it, everyone. Okay, so we'll stick with Carol for now, if that's all right, Richard. If you're all right there, Carol. Okay. Okay, what I would like everyone to do, all right, because if you've seen a medium work before or not, we all work similar but differently, and the way I tend to work is to ask each and every one of you to put up the name of the person you'd like to hear from and who they are to you. So, mum, dad, brother, sister, partner, whatever it is, child, whatever. And then when I'm drawn to you, I will then endeavour to bring that loved one through, all right, and bring some evidence of their in the spirit world. And I'm really sorry, I'm just getting attacked by my little chihuahua thing. There we go. Go on then. She doesn't want me. She just wants to get on the bed next to me. Okay, so Carol Orsulik from New Zealand. Okay, so Carol, if you've got someone you'd like to hear from in the spirit world, then I'd really appreciate that. Now we're looking at someone that you know, or you know roughly a bit about. All right, so we've got you there. Okay, Richard, whilst we're waiting for Carol, could we go back to I think it was Kathy, going back there a few? I think it was Kathy with a K, whilst we're waiting. Oh, that's the one. Yeah. Okay. Hi there, Kathy Littlewood. Yeah, if you've got someone that you'd like to hear from in the spirit world, if you let me know, that would be fantastic. All right. What I'm going to do is I've got Kathy there, Kathy Littlewood. All right. These are just names I'm being drawn to. All right. Now, the thing is, Richard has to bring each one up for me. All right. Because I can't see any list of names or anything. Is that right, Richard? Okay. Yeah, because then I can be drawn to the names. Otherwise, I've got to wait and ask you to bring each one up. But it's. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's not a problem. However you want to work. So at the moment, oh, go on. Yep. That sounds like a plan. I like that idea, Richard. No, I appreciate that. Okay. So have we got a response back from Kathy or from Carol at all yet? Oh, it's no good, is it? Well, yeah. Okay. So no worries. Is there anybody else with a comment there? Because if they've put theirs on there, I can get drawn to that one. And no, I mean, as in like who they'd like to hear from, please. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because then we know they're definitely there. I hope you're right, Kathy and Carol. from Florida and South Africa. That's Essex speak for South Africa. South. Okay, no worries. Wonderful. I appreciate that. And Kerry Setchell, Kerry, Amy Sue. I missed that, like Terry Louise. I missed that one before Terry Louise. Oh, no, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, yeah. What? Ah, see, that's all technical stuff. Um, okay. Yep. So Amy Sue, please. I'm being drawn to her. So we've got Carol Krusalik from South Africa. We've got Kathy Littlewood. We've got Amy Sue. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. So we're going to start off with Amy Sue. All right. Nate, my husband. I take it that's Nate in that photo. Okay. Because I just feel when I said to you what a lovely photograph of you two together earlier, Amy. Sorry, Amy Sue, if that's what I'm calling you tonight, is Amy Sue. Because I feel that's very important without a hyphen. Okay. And I feel that that's quite important as well. I feel that your husband, Nate, yay there, my lovely. Nate, I feel he had such a lovely way of saying your name. I feel it's just the way he spoke. I've no idea where in the world you are, but I just feel he had a lovely accent, Amy Sue, and I just feel that just hearing your name, and that's something I feel you really would love to hear again. Is just him saying your name, okay? And okay, and whispering sweet nothings in your ear is what I feel as well. And obviously, I can see the photograph there of Nate, but I feel as well that his whole persona, his whole character is, I just get the feeling there that he was a lot, he's larger than life kind of character. I'm not going to look at the screen in respect to the photographs. I don't want to be drawn into that, but I just feel a larger than life character. Okay, I'm being looking in his eyes because I just feel I'm drawn to his eyes as well, and he's just got such a lovely smile. And Amy Sue, I feel he had such a lot of love for you and also your family. And I feel that you and he were such a soulmates connected there. And it does feel like a bit like a love story to me. That's how much it feels in the respect of his love for you. And it's just something special. I don't know if you had anything to do with music. And like, so I just feel his love of music as well, but possibly musical instruments as well, or at the very least tried. And I feel we made you laugh lots because he just makes me feel like I want to laugh lots as well. I feel as well. Don't know if he ever injured his right elbow. I was going to say his right shoulder, but it could have been his shoulder. But I'm being drawn to my right elbow as well. And yeah, thank you for responding to that, my darling. So you missed the sound of his voice, and he was your soulmate, absolutely. And that love, oh God, I wish I could get you all to feel the love that I get to feel every time I read from Spirit. Freed from spirit, you know what I mean, or hopefully. With regards to Nate himself, I just feel he wants to say happy birthday, my darling. And I feel like, I don't know if you've got children as well, but he's drawing me to younger children, and I feel one of each, and I just feel that he wants to say happy birthday as well. And he just makes me feel that I feel that they've just gone or just come in or whatever, but I feel there that it's like he's missed so many different things physically. Amy Sue is not missed them spiritually because he's been with you guys from that moment of his last breath. As soon as he left his body, he was there with you guys. Okay. I get the impression as well that you actually feel him, you sense him around, not just the love. My favorite love story. Oh, bless you. All right. But it's not just that love for each other, but I feel that you sense him around you as well. I also get the impression that he's, oh, happy birthday. Blimey, great. I love it. Okay. But it's just that happy birthday. But he's mentioning two children. So there's another one as well. Doesn't have to be by blood, but it could be, somebody close to you, but it's another child. And I know she's 21, but she's still your baby. All right. where was I going? Yeah, and I just get the feeling as well that he's very much still involved in your lives, and it was the photo. Okay, thank you. He's telling me that there's a photograph, his photo. And I know you got the one on here, but the photograph you have of him at home, I feel has got things around it. I also get the impression that although it's your daughter's 21st today, that he's been involved in it via the photograph and just that memory of raising a glass and a few tears to him as well. But he says, I only know that because I was there with you all. I'm talking through Lainey, but he's still with you. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much, so much. And for confirming that. So your daughter Abby had her 14th birthday on the 1st. All right. And don't forget yours, he says. Okay. And I feel as well that when he passed, there was something that I don't know if it came in the post or it was just a message. It was something that you received on the day or just after or around his actual passing. And I feel that that message was from him, or yeah, it was related, connected with him in some way. I can't see what it was, but it sort of made you lose him again. Okay, so the 9th. Oh, blimey. Yeah, and and I just feel there that it's just, oh, bless him. He says, honey, please don't think I have completely left you. All right. Physically, yeah. That way you don't have to feed me so much now. And he's laughing at that because I feel there was a thing about the food and the laughter around the food, but also about the fact that he's constantly with you guys in respect to the spiritual side of it. And the thing is about being this side of it, he says, like in the spirit world, I can be with you all at the same time. And he loves that. Okay. It's coming to your daughter who's just turned 21 today. Things for her, he says, she's got to get that smile back. You all have. It's just live your lives. Okay. I can't see how he died. Obviously, but I can't see for him. But he says that doesn't define me. He says it was very much that was no matter what. It was my time to go, and I'm really sorry. And he, I feel he had a fun sense of humour. All right, for him now, my heart. Oh, I know you are, darling. But as I say, he wants to make you laugh. But he says I didn't do this on purpose just to get out the washing up. All right. And I just feel that's just something from him. He's not diminishing the loss or anything, but I just feel that's part of his sense of humour. Okay. And he loved you and still loves you all so, so much because for him, family made him whole and you made him wholer. Okay. If that makes sense and not too soppy, because I feel like he's just saying, okay. He's also doing this with his beardy thing, okay? But I can't see if he still had that at the time, but I'm just doing this because it's like every now and again you just want to just, squish his beard and that, okay? And I think he's trying to make it grow. I feel like he was trying to make it grow. If I keep doing that massage in my hair, it'll grow longer, all right? And I feel there was something going on around his beard as well, and he just makes me laugh with that. I feel as well, see the baseball cap in your photo, but I'm being drawn to the baseball cap and I just feel he had a few of those. Okay. And I feel sports was quite important to him as well. More watching than physically doing. Okay. And I see as an avid, I'm trying to see what sport it is, but I get the impression that he loved a particular team, but I can't see what the sport was. Yeah, it's just doing that, making it longer. Okay. I actually scratched my chin now. Yeah. Okay. But I just feel there that he loved, and I feel we had I say so many friends, but he had true friends. Okay. And I feel very much he had true friends. And that's what I'd like to say. You were his true friend, his true world, and his true life. And he loved every second he had with you. And he says, oh, baseball catch, there you go, baseball, but love the Cubs. I wish I'd got that for you, Amy Sue, but I just feel that's it. Everything was about them as well. But I just feel where are you going with that? I get the feeling as well that he either spoke about it or it actually happened. But you know, when you go along and they put the camera on you, I've only seen that on my own telly, but they put the camera on you at the game and you have to, like, I don't know, kiss or whatever. And I feel that that's something that either actually happened or it's something that you talked about. Okay. And, but he's saying, visualize that now, my darling. You're in that and spotlight and him kissing you. All right. Happy birthday to your babies. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday to me, he says. Whee! And he's laughing at that. All right. But there's also tears. But he says, those tears are tears of love and sadness, but tears of love. Always know he's with you. And he's trying to do this, all right, give you the old heart, okay? And he's saying, but his big hands, they would sometimes get a bit skewiff, all right? He said, that's because I was dyslexic. And he's laughing again. We're not laughing at people being dyslexic. We're laughing at his hands that were big plates of meat, okay? Big hands is what he makes me feel there. He was a strong man, both in heart, mind, and soul, and physically. Okay. And yeah, he says, I was just as strong. My physical strength was strong. It was just as strong as oh bless you, as his love for you. All right, I'm going to leave him there with you, my darling. Sorry to make you cry, but please know they're tears of love. All right, and he says, I've not gone far. I'm just there, and you shut your eyes or you just think about me, and I'm there. All right, but to you, all right, and your girls, okay? So you give them a hug, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Okay. So did we have anything from Carol or Sulik? Great. Oh, okay. Okay. So is there anybody else there that has got who they'd like to hear from? All right. Suzanne Rich's mum and dad, please. Okay. So we're going to do it this way then, Richard, if that's all right. All right. Okay. Yeah, Suzanne, thank you. I love all those love hearts. No, only because I can't see it and write the name down as well. So mum and dad for Suzanne. Okay, okay, no worries. So thank you, by the way. So Suzanne Rich is your mum and dad. All right. So right, right. I feel I'm scratching the back of my neck, all right, when I'm feeling I'm asking for mum and dad to come in, like, and it's like I just get the impression it's got this side. So there was something going on with mum. I don't know if she wore a wig or she had issues with her skin, her hair, but she makes me feel like she's just having a scratch. I don't mean that in a horrible way. I just feel like she was constantly doing things, but I don't know if she had issues with her skin. Okay, that's what she's saying there. Don't worry if she didn't, all right, because against just my interpretation. Um, Dad, oh gosh, right. Sorry, I've got to go to mum first because I feel out of the two of them, mum would have been the more vocal. Dad would have been when he wanted to be, but he'd let mum get first word in. But also, he respected mum, and I feel like he says, no, no, ladies first. And I like your dad in that respect. All right. He was a gentleman, your dad. I feel mum very much. I feel she had the most loveliest eyes, and there's something about her eyelashes as well. And I just feel there was just something um, incredibly incredibly strong about your mum, Suzanne, in the respect of her character, who she was for you. I also get the feeling as well is that I want to go to her hands. I feel there that I'm being drawn to. Where are you going with that? Okay, to both her hands, but I feel it's like I want to clasp hands with you, and I feel that that's what happened, or is something that was being done close to or as she passed. Okay, and I just feel there that she is, and it's like my hands are quite really holding on to each other, and it's like gripping on for dear life, literally. But it wasn't the fact of her passing; it was the fact that she didn't want to leave you without a mum. Okay, that's how she makes me feel. But saying that, the flip side, thank you. She's letting me release my hands now. But she says the flip side to that is how strong you are, and that she knew when it was her time the strength that you have in your own self. Okay, you are your mother's daughter. All right. Okay. There's something about, oh, bless you. Thank you for confirming that. She says, yes, I held her hand as she passed. Oh, bless you. But again, it's just letting you know that I'm absolutely all right, my darling. Dad and I are together, much to his disgust, but she's laughing and he's chuckling. All right. And Dad just makes me feel like there was something about where are you going with that? There's something about Dad's. He's given me whiskers, so I can't see him, and I don't mean beard, like Nate in the last one. I feel whiskers, and he's making me feel that that's something to do with the cat. And I feel there that he's got either a cat with him or you've had a cat since him passing, please. And he's giving me these whiskers. But I get the feeling as well, I don't know if your dad ever dressed up, like fancy dress party and stuff, but he just makes you feel like he was I say a fun character. He was like the Joker, all right, but only in certain settings. Obviously, I say that, because I feel Dad was quite, come on, Dad. His dad just, I just want to laugh and smile with Dad, and he made you laugh and smile. Now, your photograph has got your baby boys there by the looks of it, my lovely. All right, and yep, they look like little boys, and I just get the impression that your dad would have made the most awesomest granddad in the world, even in his mild, modest opinion. All right, because I feel like he would have said, "Oh no, no, I would have been the greatest granddad in the world. I am the greatest granddaddy in the world." I also get the feeling as well. I don't know if you had more. Oh, thank you. Your cat in spit. Oh, bless. So, but he's doing this. All right. And he's also, yeah, he's giving me the whiskers on the face. Okay. And I feel there that the cat would have had its whiskers. When you snuggle up, some cats do, some don't, but I feel your one, you would have felt the cat's whiskers on your face. All right. And thank you for confirming Dad was a joker. Okay. But this is his weird way of getting over his character and who he was, but letting you know that the cat's whiskers there. Oh, bless him. He said, and you as a daughter were the cat's whiskers as well. All right. And that's a compliment, because I don't know where you are in the world, but a UK colloquialism is a cat's whiskers or the dog's bits or whatever you want to say. All right. So he loved you to bits. But again, that was him. Mummy's like, hold on a minute, I'm still here, she says, and she's laughing as well. And it's not that I hear their voices, it's just how they make me feel. Mum and Dad, it's like they've instead of being either side of me at the moment, it's like they've just come together and just joined together. And they said, my darling, we are together. There's something about pictures great. Oh, thank you. They're gorgeous, aren't they? But again, that's the wonderful thing about spirit is they're omnipresent. They can be anywhere and everywhere all at the same time. They love. I feel one of those little lads, the little one, the smallest of the two, who's tucked under the other one's chin. I feel like he's just recently scraped his knee. All right, because Granddad says I was with him and I was trying to give him that love and that healing to make him feel better within himself. Okay, because he got very upset. Okay. But as I said, they've come together and they just make me feel there's where are you going? They're giving me August as a special month, and I feel there's some kind of celebration in August, some kind of get together in August. Okay. And thank you. I feel it will involve plenty of food. All right. Plenty of food. And I feel there's going to be children, adults. It's going to be a proper family, friends get together. All right. It's something you would already be aware of. Okay, Susan. And it's Suzanne. Sorry, not Susan. I'm just being told off by your mum. She said it's Suzanne. It's not Susan. Okay. And I feel mum would have corrected pieces. Oh, bless him. Okay, so great granddad was with him and just giving him, spiritually that just trying to give him that strength of just, come on, you're gonna be all right, my little love. All right. Okay. I feel as well as the cat, I feel that it's like none of you here on the earth plane have got to worry about any of us that have popped our clogs, okay, that have gone over to the spirit world. I know you miss us all physically terribly, and we can't take that away from you, Suzanne. But what we can try and do is tell you that we're all okay. All right? Don't like being called Susan. Absolutely. All right. So that's your mum. But she hasn't told me off. She's been quite polite about it. But by the look and the tone, that yeah, it's not Susan, it's Suzanne. All right. And there's the reasoning behind your name as well. Is the reason I can't see what that is, but there's a special reason why you were called Suzanne. Okay, with an E. All right. Um, I feel that's quite important. Is that Suzanne? Okay. Um, right. The family, okay? Oh my gosh. Mum and dad, for them, family was everything. They couldn't have been prouder than they were. Thank you. They couldn't have been prouder than they were about all of you. And I feel as well is that although great grandson fell off the slide the other day, I feel the other one next to him with the red t-shirt on. I don't know if he's just finished school, just starting, whatever. No, he's just finishing, isn't it? But there's something that he got like an achievement record or certificate or something, and I just feel there that there's just something that he received at the end of school, and he's so proud, and they're just letting you know that they are so proud. I know we're not mentioning everybody else, but that is just letting you know that this because of that photograph, they're taking me to them too there. All right. They said they're so proud of all of you. And look what you've done. All right. Look what you've done with your life too, Suzanne. And it's knowing that you oh, you are proud. You are proud. You are proud. But Mum says, I couldn't have been prouder than when you had your first baby. Okay, because that was there was worry around that birth. There was worry around about you, and it was just like she's all right. They're okay. All right, and I'm going to leave it with you. Leave them with you, and when you all get back together, oh, have the most biggest lots of hugs, please. It's going to be a hug fest. Okay, when all the family come together, and yeah, and you just let them know they are so loved. Just have a photograph of mum and dad there, and they'll be included, so it'll make people talk about them, and it keeps them fresh and alive in your hearts and your memories. All right, so mwah, mwah from your mum and dad. Thank you, Suzanne Riches. Okay. All right, thank you. um Yep, thank you. Okay. I know. 14 hours later, and I will. Terry Louise, my dad plays you feel drawn, Lainey. Okay, so we've got Terry Louise. Christine. Thanks, Stace. Terry Louise. Right. Uh oh, okay. So we've got Terry Louise first. Yeah, okay. Okay. No, no, it's fine. Thank you. So Terry Louise there. She says, my dad, please, if you feel drawn. Right, so dad. Okay, thank you, Richard, and thank you, Terry Louise. Now, Terry Louise, fantastic photo. For me, I'd be too scared of falling because you're very high up. Okay, your dad. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Okay, your dad makes me feel like there was something going on with his ears. Of all things to start with, Terry Louise, your dad makes you feel about his ears, but also yours. And I get the impression that you hear your name called. You hear the name that dad called you. All right, I will say it that way. You hear the name that dad called you. You turn around, you're like, oh, is that? And you don't actually see him, but that's just him. And he's saying, I'm calling you all the time, but don't get upset that you can't see me or carry on that or carry on hearing anything. Okay. But he says it's just letting, that's just saying, I'm here, I'm okay, stop worrying. All right. Now, I don't know what you do in your lifetime, Terry Louise, but I get the impression that you um, sense and feel spirit anyway. We can all do that. It's how much you develop it further. But I feel there that it's like, well, I want to have a full blown conversation with dad. I'd love to have a full blown conversation with your dad as well. But some people can, some people can't. But your dad says, where are you going there? Right. When you get that quiet moment, all right, and you actually take time out, you listen to your music initially, or you just spend some time with the birds twittering and, taking time out. Because I don't get the feeling you take much time out for yourself. And dad says you just sit there and you just imagine me sitting beside you on the bench and we're just watching the birds and listening to them and the squirrels and all these things. And I just feel that that's quite important memory and a continued memory for you to focus on. All right. And he says you'll end up feeling me closer, and we'll actually have conversations within reason. Okay, I don't think you're talking to yourself, but you are. And he's laughing at that. All right, he says because he said he loved who you grew up to be. Okay, he loved being able to see you grow into from a young person into this mature person. But mature only in body, he says, not in heart, because you're still in touch with your inner child, just like your dad. I hope this all makes sense to you, Terry Louise. All right. He's making me feel as well. My dog sit on the bench and there you go. See? Okay. Just to assure everyone, I'm not stalking Terry Louise. I don't know. It's just this is how Dad makes me feel. But see, I can only tell you that because that's what he's telling me in the respect that he knows you do that already, my lovely. Absolutely. I get the feeling as well. His dad was a bit nervous around before him passing. I feel that he was a bit anxious and nervous around I say diagnosis, but there's something about his how he was when before he died, and I feel that created a bit of nervousness, and I'm being drawn to my tummy area. All right, and I'm also having a dog tread on my leg. That's for real, by the way. That's not from spirit. That's my dog treading on my leg. There we go. She's only that big, but it's fine. Okay. Dad makes me feel as well. He used to get very distracted at times, but he'd be distracted for fun reasons, if that makes sense. All right. Where are you going? Okay. He shows me a bowl of porridge. Okay. I don't know, oats, porridge, whatever you want to call it. But he's like, oh, bless. Oh, thank you so much for confirming that. So the anxiety and the stomach cancer, all right? But he's saying he's changed it. He's just changed it to gruel, right? He says, oh, the stuff I had to eat was gross. And like once he had that diagnosis and that and all the what happened, okay? But he says, I don't have any of those problems ever now. He said, I'm okay, my darling. I am okay. I'd like to say I'm at peace, but I'm too busy zipping all over the show, going to the places I never got the chance to go to. All right. There's also I'm getting a taste of garlic as well, and I feel it's just random things he's giving me, but I'm getting the taste of garlic as well. All right. So where are you going with that, my lovely? So I can't see if it's to go with like Italian or Italian food or Italy in itself, but garlic. All right. Um, okay. And I'm sure that you like garlic as well, Terry Louise. It's either you like it or you're allergic to it. Okay. One or the other. All right. He couldn't stomach much food. I know, bless him. Okay. But he's just giving me this bowl of gruel or his slop, he says, and it was disgusting. Because he did like his food, didn't he? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna have a slurp of water because there you go. It's not even my dinner because I didn't have garlic with my dinner, so I have no idea. This is to do with your dad, all right? Oh, thank you, thank you. What he's doing is he's explaining that he ended up, because of the cancer there in his stomach, he kept tasting different things, but it was causing a lot of regurgitation or whatever they call it. Okay, but he says I'm fine. I've got my six pack now, and I gotta say, he is belly laughing over saying he had a six pack. Okay. So I feel that there's the opposite to that. All right. But I feel like he wasn't an unfit man. He just makes me feel like he looked after himself as best as he could. And, he wasn't super duper fit, but he wasn't super duper not fit, if that makes sense. Um, if you can hear a funny noise, it's my dog sneezing. He liked garlic and Italian food. I also like garlic and Italian. There you go. All right. So yeah, I don't taste it now. All right. And it's just that's horrible, isn't it? That reflux. Thank you for the word, by the way. I knew what I meant, but reflux. Okay. But he says I don't have any of that now. Okay. Definitely. But again, that was his sense of humour, wasn't it, Terry Louise? His sense of humour. The photo you've got there, you're holding a glass or something there anyway. But your dad wants me to pick my glass up, and you imagine this being your dad, and he says, what does he say? Come on. He used the word slange, which is, I believe, garlic for garlic, but also known as Gaelic, but garlic for cheers, all right, and good health to you. And he wants that for you, that good health, okay? So it brings me to your health side of things as well, all right? But I feel like, I've got to do that. Mm. I get the impression as well is that he loved clubs. Now, thank you. He loved clubs and but socializing. But I don't feel it was like rave clubs. That would have been in his earlier years, he says, when I still had hair. Okay. And that would have been his earlier years, but he's laughing at that. But he's also saying it's that getting out and about and socializing. And it's so difficult to do really now. In the respect of the cost of everything and the just general everything just seems to be crowded so much now, and he didn't really like those crowds. Didn't mind them in younger years, but more recently, he like towards the end of his life, he didn't like crowds. Okay. I can't see when he passed, but I just feel that every single moment it's like it happened yesterday, and he's just saying, I'm so sorry it happened, and if I could change it I would, but I can't. And this goes out to the rest of your family as well. He's keeping an eye on all of you. He says, I'm watching you, okay? And he's laughing at that. He says, I know when to close my eyes though. So he's doing all right. Yeah, but again, he's still got that wonderful sense of humour. Used to go to the local club, enjoy so. Thank you for confirming that. All right. And yeah, and he just wants to give you all the most love ever. Okay. And I see that is sending me to a tree, not literally, but he's showing me a tree. And I feel that the tree is I can't see if it's like a willow, but it's like the top of it comes over. It's not a tree that goes up like that. Just like my tree impression. The comes over. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. I love you all right, is what he says. I love you all. And just watch your nose when it closes. Okay, so yes, all right. So, and he's laughing at that as well. All right. He says pretty cool over here, actually. He'd like to physically be with you guys still, but that's not happening. So I'm there spiritually, and ooh, he's doing that as well. So even that part is laughing as well. All right. Keep an eye out for certain things that move, that sort of thing. And when you're walking your dog. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, my darling. And he loves you all so much as well. Okay. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. I've got my wonderful tech man, Richard, in my ear roll, and I thought you could hear him and you can't. Okay. Richard just explained we're going to have about a minute's break for whatever they do, adverts and stuff, and I'll see you all in a moment. Think about who you'd like to hear from. All right. So thank you. See.
My Spirit Life is a free online interactive magazine for those who have an interest in improving their spiritual lives. Authors can upload images, videos, and audio clips to their own articles. The public can place comments, rate the article, and follow the author. All articles are vetted before being published. For more information and to place your own article, please visit myspiritlife.co.uk.
Hello again, everyone. I hope they were fun adverts because I don't actually get to see them. So, yeah. But anyway, so if oh, okay, thank you. So it's not what's on SPTV. So, and I've seen their website, and I tell you what, they're always so busy, and everything is so interesting, and they cover such an amazing array of different things. Anyway, back to me. Hold on, two dates. August the 4th. Yeah. Meet your guides with Ashley Robinson. Okay. Okay. So Ashley apparently is going to meet with his guides and describe what they look like and who they are, that sort of thing. Okay. And that's on the 4th of August. Yeah. Oh, trance. I love a bit of trance. So on the 6th of August is the VIP special showing, and it's a trance evening. And that is with, Debbie Romero. She's wonderful. And Miguel Gonzalez. I do apologise, Miguel. Okay, so they sound like brilliant. I might jump in myself as well, like as in watching. So thank you for that. Okay, so I'm back on again, am I, Richard? Wonderful. Good stuff. Right, so if you don't mind bringing up some names, and I'll go to who I feel drawn to, if that's all right. So thank you very much, kind sir. So we got Jody. Um, okay, Christine. All right, Tammy, Dad. Okay, Tammy. Friend Pat Dolby, Angela Rich. Okay. Okay. Lovely mum and dad. Just you know what, everybody, just I wish I could see everybody. Okay. Can you go back 4 people? Four? The other four. Are you able to do that? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if they can, if not. But it was just I felt like the fourth one back from Shirley. That that's the one. Thank you so much, because it's the little dog as well. I love that little dog. All right. That's so cute. So Jennifer Sedman. All right. So we've got Jennifer Sedman. Thank you for that. Jennifer Sedman. Right. Because I write this down, it's only because it's building up that energy of your mum and dad as well. All right. So Jennifer Sedman. Right. So Jennifer. Okay. Let's go here. All right. Okay. Jennifer, if you were to look in a mirror, I feel that you would, if you were to look in a mirror and actually examine your face, look at your eyes, you'll see your mum. Look at your nose, you will see your dad. Okay. Look at your mouth, and I feel you'll see both of your parents. Okay. So, hi there, my lovely. All right. And I just feel there that you're very much like them in the way you look, but you obviously look very much like Jennifer. All right. I also get the feeling as well is that your mum, I just feel she's quite, I say a gentle soul. She makes me feel like she's a gentle woman. Okay. And but I feel there that gives me the impression that she liked things colourful. She liked colour, both in her home, what she wore, that sort of thing. Your dad, I get the feeling he put up with the colours, and he's laughing at me, right? He says, "Yeah, I put up with the colours," and he just makes me feel there that they had a reasonable relationship, is how he puts it. All right. And mum is very expressive with her eyebrows. And I know she's like, and giving the look as well. But I actually feel quite a lot of love between these two. Okay. And and it's like when one went, the other was just waiting their time till they were reunited. And I'm trying to see who went first, but I'm going this way to mum. So apologies if I got it round the wrong way. But I've got mum first, dad second. If it's round the other way, I do apologise. But I just see it that they're together and that they were just waiting. Okay. Also, I feel that they both want to bring that colour into you. Now they're giving me all different colours, but what they're picking out first, it's like a light bluey teal kind of colour, and I feel that's quite important to you. I don't know the significance. I feel mum says there doesn't have to be a significance for colour. If it makes you smile, then have it with you. Wear it, put it somewhere. That's why she loved colour. Okay. Oh bless. 65 years. Okay. Dad first, mum. Oh bless. Okay. So I apologise I got it round the wrong way. But they are together, and it's just the naysayers when they first got together, "Oh, it won't last." Okay, how much did they fool everyone? All right. And but they say, and they're showing me like rocky road, and I don't mean the food. All right. And they're showing me that it was rocky at times, but we persevered, we got through. And I feel that, oh, bless, mum makes me feel like she's got a young baby with her. That baby would have grown up in spirit, but I feel that the loss of that child, and I feel it's more hers than, I don't know if you've lost one yourself, and I apologise if you have, my lovely. So I don't want to embarrass anyone. Why should you feel embarrassed? Okay, I'm having this argument with not an argument, a conversation. Sorry, discussion with your mum, and I feel she would have said, "No, hold on a minute. Why have you said that?" And she would have actually approached, but not approached anyone. But if she felt somebody was being bullied, or would have asked questions. And you're very much like your mum in that respect. Your dad makes me feel like he would have liked his proper food. He loved his food. He makes me feel like he was a bit of a foodie. He he's got a lot to say about Gordon Ramsay apparently, and he's laughing at that. Okay, the son is the baby, mine. Okay, my son is the baby, mine. Okay, thank you for that. All right. But he's got a lot to say about Gordon Ramsay and his language. He wasn't overly impressed with Gordon Ramsay's language. All right. But I don't feel Dad was any meek little mouse himself. I feel like he had lines on his eyes here from laughter, but also from the sun. I get the feeling Dad would be out in the sun a lot. And I feel like that coloured his skin a lot as well, but it created those lines. Okay. Um, okay. Oh, bless. Now, I don't know where we're going. Right. I don't know if you've got a memorial type stone or something, but it makes you feel like what it's showing me is two hearts. They put the two hearts together. All right. And I feel that's what's been done. There's something with two hearts that have come together that has put mum and dad back together again. But that's like in the memorial type of thing. All right. It might be on a card as well, but it's something that's brought the two back together, and it includes a heart, hopefully. Oh, bless her. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, bless you. Listen, Jennifer, my utter love to you, my darling. I'm actually a funeral celebrant in my other hat. Okay. So I really, truly hope that your mum's funeral next week is a celebration of her life. And she says, I lived my life to the full, and I am so proud of everybody that I'm going to cry now. That's just how she's making me feel. She's like, so I say happy. She says, please know that when you all come together next week, that you don't be sad about my passing, my death. She says, celebrate it, celebrate my life. Okay, thank you. But it's that two hearts and it's coming together. All right. You don't have to get that one. It's what you've been looking at along those lines. All right. But it's bringing the two together. All right. Gone goosebumpy over this. See, you can understand why I love working with spirit. They're wonderful. Just to, for you to know that they're together. All right. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Your dad says, right. I've seen this as well because I'm also a soul care doula, so I work with people end of life as well. And so sitting with people when they pass, they take their final breath. But your dad is saying, right, um, his hand came through, okay, and it was full of beautiful colours, but his hand came through that veil, if you want to call it that. So mum was then, and he just helped mum's soul cross over. And she says, it's like I stepped in and we were back to our younger days again. And he twirled me round and we just went off and danced. And it's just such a beautiful thing. And she said it was all right. I lived my life to the fullest and I was filled with love. And to know that, all right. Um, there's a particular song that's being played next week, and it's something that mum and dad would have loved. I understand, all right. It's a song that it will break your hearts, but it's those memories of all those beautiful times they spent together. All right. Oh, bless him. All right. So it's knowing, yeah, for your dad, although it was 2 years ago, is like it was moments ago. Because spirit, there is time doesn't matter for spirit, but for us here on the earth plane, it does. All right. But for your mum and your dad, they are together. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you're glad. All right. But so's mum. She said he'll never find me. He couldn't find himself out of a paper bag. And I feel like she's laughing at that. All right. But he'd never left her. Like they've never left you. It's like all our loved ones have never left us. Okay. We just maybe sense or feel them around. And those moments, those little things that trigger off our memories, if it's been years later, it's just, it's okay, thank you. I'm going off on a tangent, all right? I'm just being told off by your mum and dad. They said, "Oh, come back. We're still here. It's our time, all right?" And yeah, and she just wanted to be with, oh, bless her. And she is, she is. He held her hand as she passed, okay? Even if you were, say again? Thank you. Even if, uh, right, right. Even if you think, no, come on, come back, come back. Right. With regards to mum, there's another one where it's holding hands, okay? Her spirit, dad held her hand, okay, is what I'm saying. Not her physical body. He held her spiritual hand, her soul, as she crossed over. All right. And I don't know if you're aware, but she smiled at the end. And that's because she's smiling, she's seeing your dad. And oh, bless. That's a long time to be together, isn't it? Listen, I'm going to hand them back over to you, my darling. No, if you was to close your eyes, if it's safe for you to do so, you close your eyes now, Jennifer, and you just give yourself a hug and you give yourself a smile and you just feel your mum and dad giving you the biggest of hugs. Okay, I'm getting upset. But that's the love. No, 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 I'm fine. But that's just the emotion that I feel for you, Jennifer, but also from your mum and dad, because they're so grateful they had you in their lives. All right. And thank you for being there for them. Okay. So mwah, 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 mwah. I'm going to the next one now because I'm going to bawl my eyes out otherwise. And take care. Oh, tell you, it's so it can get quite overwhelming. So, yeah, but professional head. Ah, there you go. I'm back again now. So thank you for that. No, no, no. You give me some more names, please, Richard. That would be appreciated. Thank you. Gosh, I've been going an hour already. That's gone quick, hasn't it? So June, okay. Okay. Right. Hi, Joanne. Ashley. So June. Right. Right. Um, right, and we've got that one as well. Can you stop for a minute? All right. Okay. Can you bring up June, please? Okay, June Malkin, Uncle G, please. Recent just confirmation of his safe ascension, please. Okay, so thank you very much for doing that, Richard. I appreciate that. So June Malkin, right. Listen to this, okay? Your Uncle G, all right? I just feel I have to say, right. How can you not think I'm not okay? All right. And he says it with quite, I feel he was quite matter of fact, your Uncle G. I feel that he would have said things as they were. And he's laughing at the fact that the other dad was laughing about Gordon Ramsay. So I'm sorry if there's any Gordon Ramsay people out there. I watch him all the time, but so I can appreciate it. But he's laughing at the fact that Gordon would swear. I don't feel Uncle G would have sworn a lot, and I just feel there. It's not a dissing Gordon Ramsay, by the way. Um, it's right. So back to Uncle G. Okay, so hi, thank you there, June. Right, Uncle G. Now, you said he's quite recent, all right? Now, he's bringing me to my right ear, all right? My right ear lobe, to be exact, all right? And he's just saying, oi, I'm all right, love, I'm all right. And I don't feel, that's me doing my Essex speak, I do apologise. Hello, I'm okay, thank you, all right? But the fact is, I just feel we had quite a quirky sense of humour, your Uncle G. And, where are you going with that? Right. I feel he was a reasonably tall man. All right. Reasonably tall means around about 5'10". Forgive me if it's just above or below, but a reasonably tall gentleman. He makes me feel like he was quite just a character, one that you'd walk in the room and you'd know he was there. All right. There was just something about him. Okay. Hopefully this all makes sense to you, June. Okay. And he just makes me feel there. He says, I'm okay. I've got my own comfortable chair. And I feel he very much had his own ways about him too. I just feel like right, thank you. It gives me the impression there's something about him sitting in his own comfortable chair. Okay, I'm fully dressed, I'm looking neat and tidy. He would swear, and he was Gordon. We'll leave it at that then. All right. I was trying to be polite, but he says nah. And he says a bit shorter. Oh, I see. I thought you meant the wording, but no, he was height wise. So thank you for that. I Okay. Would it make sense with his sense of humour, right, to try and catch me out? Because he's actually standing tippy toes, all right? And he's laughing at that. Okay. But he's keeps going on about his sitting in his own comfortable chair. Okay. So you're wondering if he's all right. So I'm sitting in my own comfortable chair. I'm dressed up. He says I'm not overly dressed because I wasn't that kind of person, but I'm looking neat. His own chair right in front. Absolutely, yeah. But he's in his comfortable posh clothes, he calls them, but that just means he was clean, all right? 'Cause he's got no stains or anything down his top, and he's laughing at that as well. Okay, and who needs a bib? He says, and he's really he's had such a lovely laugh about him. I feel as well he was very much he gives excuse me. I don't know if he had an issue around his throat area. If you can hear a really weird squealing noise in the background, it's my other dog talking, okay, to my partner. Anyway, coming back to your Uncle G, I don't know if he had issues around his throat area, June, but I feel quite choky here. All right. All right. Right. What Uncle G is making me feel is that when he laughed, he would choke. He would start coughing. All right. And I don't know if he had issues with his breathing, but I feel quite wheezy. All right. Now I'm asthmatic anyway, but he just makes me feel quite wheezy. I don't know if it involved smoke or anything like that, but I feel that there was an issue around smoke as well. Okay. Not smoking, but smoke. All right. Um, if this doesn't make any sense, then I apologize, but this is what he's showing me. Okay. So you can take that away as well, because I don't like that. I'm uncomfortable with that one. He's calling me daft. clean, not old. No, I don't feel he was old, all right, but he's thank you with the throat cancer, all right. But yeah, so that would have affected all of that. So yeah, it's not for me, it's not comfortable, but he's definitely right. Please take it all away, please, Uncle G. Right. He just wants to say thank you for thinking of me because I feel that very much. I can't see if he was alone, but I just feel that he was alone when he passed. Okay, or yeah, that's all I'm going to say. There, he's alone when he passed. Um, that's how he feels. But he just says thank you and thank you so much. I don't know if you planted a flower for him, a plant for him, or thinking about it. But he's talking about that. He says make it big and flowery. He says, and I'll make sure that the rain and the sunshine lands on it and makes it big and flowery. All right. So I don't know if that's going to happen or just happened, or being spoken about. Okay. So please, he says thank you as well for get the impression that it's either your birthday or somebody very close to you or even his, but there's been a birthday since his passing and everybody's raised their glass to him and said his birthday then said happy birthday to him. All right. Mm. And I feel as well he liked a tipple. It wasn't that his family were there with him by his hubby. Right. And my hubby, they were like brothers. Okay, so don't get me wrong there then, all right? But that's how he just made me feel. So don't think that he didn't know you were there. He just made me feel that he was alone, like as in, where are you going with that? Oh, bless him. Right. This sort of thing, so spiritualism, okay, and spirit. For him, he'd be alone, all right, in spirit, but he's not alone in spirit, okay. But that was his initial thought about when he would cross over. But he's not alone. He's been surrounded by so many people in the family, but also his friends as well. And I feel like he was quite a sociable chap in that regard, all right. I feel like he's got there's somebody called Richard that is over there with him as well, or Rich, okay, or even Dick. It's one of those names, but it's Richard. All right. Um, pardon me. He says we're actually having a party over here now, and it is they're not. They're all in spirit are what are they? They're energy, okay. But he just loved you all so much. My daughter's birth last week. His daughter's birth. Oh bless you. And was there a glass raised for him? Okay, so. And this is water, by the way, nothing else, nothing untoward. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks there, Richard. Yeah, so it's just letting you know that he was with all of you, okay? From the moment of his last breath, he left his body, he was then with everyone. He was um yeah, I need to walk away from that now because he says there'll be other times, all right? There'll be other times you will get messages from me. He just appreciates it. And will you please give everyone a hug from him? Okay, whether they want it or not, he says, give them a hug. All right, and that is from him. So, June, from your Uncle G, and keep being the wonderful person that you are. All right, because he loved you. You're his favourite niece, he says, and he's doing that with the old wink. You're his favourite niece, as in he'd tell everyone that. Okay, but that's his kind of character. All right. So thank you so much. I don't know if he was involved in an actual club. All right. Because I'm sorry, he's like, oh yeah, but like a club, like a social grouping. But he's just saying that they're as well. They're raising glass to him as well. And he says, I'm raising my glass back. And he just says, thank you all so much for giving me that love and making my life worth living. All right. So thank you, June. Okay. So over to you. All right. Oh, there you go. He winked as well. There you go. All right. So thank you. Stop it. Step back. Uncle G has left the building. Oh, thank you very much, he says. All right. So there you go. So yeah. Right. Am I allowed to carry on? I am, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody else want anything? Let's give it a go. Would you like to put some more names up there, Richard? Thank you, kind sir. Well, about as much as I'm getting paid for this. Oh, give or take £1 million, yeah. Give or take 1 million. Yeah. £2.75. There you go. Okay. Oh, oh no. Wasn't that a dodgy picture of you, was it? Okay. Right. Okay. So we've got Bernadette and Christine. Okay. Alison. Okay. Love some of these pictures. Okay. There was somebody called Alison there. My mum's brothers who have recently passed. And we'll come back to Julie Rampton as well, if that's all right. In fact, let's just stick to Julie at the moment, and then yeah, and then we'll have a look after that. So I'd like to know if my mum's brother is with her recently passed. Okay, so Julie Rampton. All right, so Julie Rampton, and your mum's brother. So that'll be your uncle. I'm good at things like this. Okay, right. Your mum and her brother. Okay. Well, first off, yes, they are together. Um, because this is for everybody as well, not just you, Julie, not just your mum and your brother as well. Um, but it's when we pass, no matter how we go, whether it be nefarious, natural, disaster, whatever it is, our time to go is our time to go. Um, Thank you for saying that as well, Julie. So I am building it up with your mum and your uncle, all right, your mum's brother. So, but when they go, you quite often hear carers and that are or family that are with people that are dying, that they may have nothing, no expression, and as they're going, they smile or they reach out, and that's because they're going through that proverbial spiritual veil of going from leaving us the human element, the earthly element, over and stepping over into the spirit realm. So they get to see our beautiful loved ones that we've missed for however long we've missed them for. So when your brother, your uncle, your mum's brother passed away, Julie, he would have had that same thing. Your mum would have been there for him. All his loved ones that have passed would have been there for him. Okay. He gives me the feeling as well. I don't know whether he wore hats like the baseball cap we saw earlier, but it's just making me feel like he's wearing that. And I feel like he wants to trim my fringe for me. Something about he's liked his hair trimmed, his hair cut as well. All right. It's either him or your mum. Okay, because I've got them both, and it's just like, one of them loved their haircut or just had it trimmed. Okay. I also feel as well is that they're now that bless. She gave me the biggest of hugs, he says, because I wouldn't let her fully hug me when we were on the earth plane. And I don't feel that her brother, your uncle, got to have a last hug with mum before she passed. So they made up for it when they met in spirit. All right. Um, Hopefully that makes sense to you, Julie. I also feel, where am I going with that, please? Right, with your mum, she just okay. She's giving me tomato soup. I just get the feeling it's somebody, like either yourself or someone around you, is feeling quite low at the moment, and your mum's answer is something like give them tomato or chicken soup, just something warm to put their hands round and sit and sip and feel better, and that's you taking time out for yourself to um to grieve properly, but to also take time out. All right, there you go. Thank you for confirming that, Julie. It's your mum with her hair, because if you notice, my fringe needs a bit of a trim. All right, it's a bit. Oh, hello. Okay, so there you go. All right. Um, okay, so where was I with that? Okay, mum is sitting out in the garden. All right, this is what she's like a memory for you. So mum's sitting out in the garden, and it's on a bench, but she says this bench is now about 14 foot long. Okay, because it's got all different people sitting on it. Okay, and it's just different family members. She says we've got our mum and dad as well, and no, he didn't. I don't know what that is. I don't know what I said, so I apologise if I've interpreted something. I do apologise. Where are you going with that? Yeah, so mum's giving you this metaphorical bench. She says we're all together over here, the animals included, okay? And your uncle is making me feel as well that he liked something to do with, I said about tomato soup, but he's taking me to tomatoes. I feel like he liked his, and it may have been before he passed, obviously, but a few years before, that he liked his tomatoes, growing them and that sort of thing. The fresher the better, he says, with the vegetables. Hopefully that makes some kind of sense. All right. Where are you going now? Right. I don't know if you've got some. I noticed you photographed there, but that may not be you or whatever. But I feel like there's somebody being placed, a little bit bigger than this little cute little baby girl here. But it's somebody around about 18 months to 2 years old, around about that now. But they're being pushed in a, like the square-shaped swings. Like it's like a little box, isn't it, with like bars on it? But it's one of those, and I feel that they've been getting pushed. By okay. It will be a memory of when you were younger and your uncle pushing you in this swing. Okay, so it's not somebody now. Okay, you're grown tomatoes. Good luck there. Okay, but your uncle is checking them out for you. All right, he's flicking off any flies if they get too close, anything like that. He says, but my finger just goes through the caterpillars and stuff. He says, and he's laughing at those, the slugs and that. All right, but it's just something about the tomatoes, and he's keeping an eye on those. But it's also about this swing business, okay? But it's the happy memories, okay? Thank you. But it's something that he would do with you when you were younger too, all right? And it's just something that you're getting to do with your granddaughter, okay? And it's making those memories. And he says, every moment you spend with your loved ones, your family, your friends. He says, love every moment. And if you can, picture, loads of pictures of everything, and then put them in an album and write those memories next to it. Who you were with, where it was just that. So then, as your granddaughter gets older and she gets to see that, she'll see who everybody is. She'll see what Nanny looked like, what great granddad looked like, that sort of thing. Okay, so yes, he's with her, she's with him, we're all together, we're on this big long bench and we're watching the squirrels. Okay, and I feel that there's a funny story about the squirrels, okay, and their nuts. All right, so, and we're talking little nuts, okay, nothing else. Okay, right. Yeah. Anyway, we're off down the pub now. All right. I'm not. They are. It's metaphorical. They're not literally. But they said that we're off to have fun party now, and it's It's a family get together over here, like over in the spirit world. We're all together. So please don't think any different. Um. Yeah. Okay. Uncle says I've undone me tie. He says. And there was something about him going with his tie done up. And he says, I've undone my tie. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Please take their love, Julie. I wish you all the best, my darling. And watch that beautiful granddaughter of yours grow. She's got a stunning smile. All right. And he's around. Mum's around. They're all around. Okay. So that's to you. Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. So, Alison, my mum, please. All right. So, mum. Okay. Alison Mason. Right. Alison Mason. Alison Mason and mum. Okay. No, no, no. It's building up, but I might need a break after this one. Um, but right now, Alison, this may not be Mum's name, but I'm being given a name. It's a B name, like B for Brenda or Barbara. Okay, and I'm being given a B name there, so Barbara or Brenda. Okay, so your mum, okay, I can see it's like I don't know if she took a lot of things on her shoulders, please, Alison. Took the weight of the world on her shoulders. I feel like she was a compassionate, caring kind of lady, and but I feel there that sometimes she took too much on at times, and yeah, and it's just like you don't keep hold of it, mum. Let it go, let it go. All right, that was my dodgy singing impression. Um, Thank you. You're impressed, aren't you? I know. Oh dear, don't give up your day job. Okay. So yeah, and it's just I just feel there that and it's also I don't know if she had issues around her chest area, but I just get the feeling that there were issues around the chest area. I feel quite tight around these muscles here. Okay. Not the boobies, this area. Okay. And okay. Mum also takes me to her legs and she says they're all okay as well. I don't know what's going on there, but she takes me to the legs. She says they're all okay. Um, but also, I just feel as well, is mum, she's, what? It's like she's singing shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll, go. And it's an old song. It's a very old song, okay, for those that are over, well, a certain age. All right. But but she's just saying, say again. Yeah, it's a song, it's a song, all right? And, oh, I don't know, it's either Bill Haley or someone, but anyway, there you go, all right? That's the one, Bill Haley in the the comments. All the comments, all right, and the comments, okay. But it's the fact is, she says, "I've got my dancing shoes on once more because I feel that Mum liked to, even if it was just a little jig, putting the kettle on or doing whatever. I just feel Mum would have liked to move to the music, get down with the groove, okay. And I feel Mum's sense of humour was um, quite jolly, all right? But then I feel Mum's sense of humour sort of it's like a jolliness sort of, somebody popped her bubble, her little balloon of jolliness. Um, and it's sort of, because she just felt so poorly. But then now she just says, no, shake, rattle and roll, go. And she's dancing again, all right? And she wants you to know, Alison, that, you know what, bring that sparkle back into your beautiful eyes. And she wants to bring that sparkle back into your beautiful eyes. And she's just got the cutest smile. And I feel Mum, when she properly smiled, had the cutest dimples, all right? And I just see her dimples there, okay? And okay, thank you. She says, "You've got to sit up." She says, "There's something about your posture." She's telling you off for your dodgy posture. Okay. And she just makes you feel there that she would have said, stand up straight, straighten your back, lift your chin up. Yeah. You've got something to be proud about. Yeah. You're my daughter. Be proud. Okay. And that's what she wants to tell you now. You're my daughter. Be proud, darling. Be proud. All right. And yeah, but there's also I feel there's a necklace as well. That's to do connected with Mum. I'm trying to see. I can't see if it's got a little cross or something similar. Pardon me. Okay, thank you. Again, I'm getting and I do apologise. It's I'm not being rude. That's what spirit bring this through occasionally. But I feel Mum would have had issues with reflux. There you go. Learned something tonight. All right, that reflux side of things as well. But coming back to this lovely necklace, I just feel there's a necklace. It's something I can't see if it's a little cross, but it doesn't seem a very big bit on it. I wear these, so they're quite big, and I feel it's a lot smaller than this here. Okay, this amethyst, and I just feel it's a lot smaller, but it's connected to your mum. Okay, Alison, I hope that all makes sense. Yeah, she's given me December as a special month for you guys, not just for Christmas. Okay. And daughter is not just for Christmas, she says, and she's laughing at that. And there's just but I feel that there would have been a big build up, like presents would have been bought throughout the year. Okay, especially when you were younger, presents bought throughout the year to wrap mad Christmas frenzy, and then it would be snowball fights whenever it did snow. Okay, I don't know where you are in the world. I'm hoping that all makes sense to you, Alison, because we've not had any feedback as yet. All right. Yeah. But she just wants to say thank you so much. And she's given me the words twinkle toes as well. So I don't know if she's referring to herself dancing, but she's calling her twinkle toes. Put you shoulders back, reflux. Yes, not sure with the necklace. Okay. It's look around you if it's not, it may not be, I don't feel it was your mum's. I just feel it's a piece of jewelry, necklace that is connected with mum. So it's like in memory of along those ways. Okay. So if you haven't got it or somebody else, look around somebody that's around you that would have had connections with mum. and the necklace is in memory of her. Okay, so don't worry if it isn't. It's just me misinterpreting it. I do apologise. Okay, so I want to hand you back over to Mother, or Mother over to you, one or the other. And yeah, and wish you all the love. Please, please, please take all her love. And she's given me November as a special month as well. And I feel that's more of a anniversary of a passing in November. Or a birthday, one or the other. It's just one of those. It's a but special month, November as well. All right. Hopefully that all makes sense. And thank you very much. All right. So thank you. Yeah, I think. Okay, thank you very much, Richard. Right, so thank you all so much for staying with me, for watching. I really hope that you all realise that there is spirit out there. They're around us all the time. If you wanted to contact me, I'm Lainey Baine Medium on Facebook, and you can get me through that. Okay, so thank you all so much, and keep enjoying this incredible facility that is SPTV, because they put so much out there and they give so much to all of us. Okay, and as far as I'm aware, we're all voluntary on this. Okay, so I'm sorry, Richard, you will not be getting your 4 million quid today. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Terry Louise, as well for that. All right. Oh, bless it. Thank you all so much, Ashley, as well. And I hope you all stay safe and be well. Millie B, being beautiful message. Oh, thank you so much, Millie B. And stay sure. And sorry I didn't get to read for you, Stace, but next time, hopefully. All right. That goes for everybody else that I didn't read for. Emma Woodsby. So thank you, Emma. Love these pictures, by the way. Yeah, so it's Emma Woodsby. All right. So thank you so much. You all take care.